and we're back to learning JavaScript, and let me show you date objects. These are always static elements, so it's not a ticking clock. Just define a variable, and here we can use const because, as I've said, it's a static element that we're not going to change. I call that example, and then I set it to new and date. So date is the keyword here, use regular brackets, and if I print out the example, it's going to store the current time of my system. And if I refresh, you can see it changes the seconds and also the minutes, 23, 05, 07, 09. So every time I refresh, the current time is stored in this example variable. But you can also define a specific date. You do that with simple numbers, and the format is year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Let me cut this out here, and I give you an example. And put it below, just so that we have it. So I make that, let's say 2018. Month is a little bit tricky. I'll make that 11 and day 5. And if we refresh, now we can still see our comment here. Let me put that above, and it should be commented out. I refresh and it's gone. So you can see we do have day 5, 2018, but we actually have December and not November, even though I've added 11. And this is because it starts with a 0. So January is 0 and not 1. And if I make this a 12, we will not get December, we get January of the next year. So it's now 2019 January. That's something to keep in mind. If I set that to 0, we'll get January of 2018. When we use 12, you've seen that it creates an overflow. So it's the 13th month, therefore we get 2019. This means that you can even get higher. This also works for days. This also works for hours, numbers, seconds. So whenever there's an overflow, it's going to get added to the next highest. And these are the basics of using date objects in JavaScript. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.